Good morning, everybody. Johnny B. Good here, located in Indianapolis, Indiana. Today is Thursday, January 19th, 2017. The local time here is 8:21. Baby Blue and I are on our way to Cincinnati, Ohio, to pick up a load of Cargill salt. This is going to be a very heavy load, I can tell you that. I've been instructed to make sure to scale the load before I leave their facility. Supposedly they have an on-site scale. Chances are we're going to be heavy loaded today. There's even a possibility we could be overgross. Well, I made it at the Indianapolis Interstate Warehouse somewhere around 5:05, 5:10, and no problem. They got me lined up on the door. I waited for about an hour before they broke the seal and had me back in. Finally, it took them another hour to unload it. The whole time I was in bed. Even after they unloaded me, I still slept for about an hour. The beauty about this place is that even though you're unloaded, you could stay there and sleep. I've never known that place to wake up anybody and ask you to move, so that was a good thing. Anyway, once again, good morning, and what a beautiful day to start the day with God's Word. It says it can be found on Luke 6, verse 44. Luke chapter 6, verse 44. For every tree is known by his fruit. For of thorns men do not gather pigs, nor of a bramble bush gather they grapes. I have a hard time speaking or reading that old King James English. Yeah, I have noticed that it's quite profound. I've met so many people to claim one thing, and soon right after, it doesn't take long for them to, you can see the fruit usually by their actions or their mouth. No good tree can bear bad fruit, nor a bad tree can bear good fruit. Not my word. Anyway, Cincinnati, Ohio is 99 miles from here. Our appointment is first come, first serve. I think they will load us until 1 o'clock. now I'm on my way to the Pilot truck stop here in Shelbyville. Gotta clean these windows. Also get some go-go juice. The good news is this is a non-refrigerated load, so we don't need to get reefer fuel. Okay, a couple of questions that I would like to address. What kind of truck would I like to drive? If I had my choice, a T680. A Kenworth T680. As far as paid parking, well, you can do there's a phone app that you can download, and you can reserve that parking ahead of time, and then I think it costs somewhere on $12 to $14. I've only used it once, and that is because when I used to fuel at the TA, I had a reward. One of the reward was the free parking coupon. So I used that coupon and I put that in. I think it's good for, you know what, I really don't know how long it's good for. It's probably more than 10 hours. What else? That's all I got. I'd like to say good morning to Sean Curry, and most especially to Carlos Hernandez, Janessa, and Becca. Last night was, get this, I drive last night and I see a flatbed ahead of me with his work light, you know, those spotlight work light that they have on the flatbed. He's got it turned on facing my way, and so I keep flashing my high beams at him to let him know that his work light is on. So he did. And then 5 minutes later, I come up with another flatbed in front of me because I passed that guy. I came up to another flatbed and I flashed my lights on him again. And so he turned it off. When I got to the Flying J in Lebanon, Indiana, and I'm all parked, right? So I shut everything down and I turned off my headlights. It turns out that I only had the parking lights on. I guess I did not have my headlights on. And it just dawned on me as to what the flatbeds were doing. They were actually trying to tell me to turn my headlights on. And I was trying to tell them to turn off their work light. Yeah. I gotta get my CB installed in here, man. This is those of you who don't know, I was pretty big on CBs for the last 20 years. Named a CB and I probably bought it. I was one of those CB big radio chasers. Oh man, talk about how the money I spent to buy CB radios. Oof. I had a CB radio, or kind of like a ham radio, a Class B ham radio. In fact, I even had a ham radio. I had a Yaesu FT100. I was able to talk all over the world with that thing. Right now I have a Magnum S9 back home. I also have Cobra. Oh boy. I don't know, I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's the Cobra something that has the... They were pretty famous for truckers, especially the one that was made in the Philippines. It had sideband on it. So, and then I also have a unit in I can't remember, the small one. I got it in here. One of the problem is the antenna and coax of this truck is, can't get it tuned. The SWR is just really, really bad on this truck. For those of you who don't know what an SWR is, imagine you had a water pump, right? Your water pump is a representation of your CB. Your coax is your pipe or hose from your water pump to your faucet, and the faucet represents your antenna. Alright, SWR is to tune the signal, the RF signal, so that all your energy from all that water pressure is guaranteed to come out of that faucet flawless. The least resistance, it goes to your faucet. Two things: your water pump will work less, will put out more water, and all right, let me start over. The better SWR you have, it means all that water pump is rated for is guaranteed to come out of your faucet, no problem. The worse your SWR is like having your faucet half closed, and now what happens is your water pump is trying to work double to get that water out of the faucet, and basically it builds up the water pressure in your hose. And where does that water pressure goes? It goes back into your water pump. Now, in layman's term, in radio, if you have a really bad SWR, it's like, imagine yourself 80 to 50% of your signal can't get out of your antenna because your SWR is not tuned. So what happens to that 50% of the signal? It'll go back to your radio, and it causes your radio to heat up and eventually blow up. You'll overload your radio. I know it's a little bit more technical than that, but it's the easiest way I have found to explain to people that don't know anything about SWRs. So again, in order for you to tune your radio, you have to make sure that your antenna is perfectly matched to your radio and your vehicle. SWR stands for standing wave ratio. Alright, we'll catch you guys a little bit later. Johnny be good here. Have a pleasant morning, everyone. And have a good and godly day. Peace.